appendix and the large intestine. Now, again, I'll be sharing my PDF. A PDF copy of this will be uploaded later this afternoon. So, ano na lang, yun po, ano natin, aralin natin. Okay? Okay, I'll be sharing my screen now. Screen. Pag may message, I can message me sa atin. Kasi hindi ko mababasa dito sa chat ng device. Pwede sa Telegram kung may concerns. So, wait lang wait lang. Okay, PowerPoint. Hindi tayo masyadong mahusay sa ganito. All right. Again, good morning, section B. So, I'm going to share with you a very short lecture on the large intestine and appendix. So, for our learning objectives, discuss the gross anatomy of the large intestine and the appendix. Ito yung aaralin nyo lagi. Tip ko sa inyo yun. Titignan nyo yung learning objective lagi. Kasi yun yung itatanong. Yan yung mga itatanong lagi. Madalas, no, majority dyan manggagaling sa learning objectives. Okay, we will be discussing the main functions of the large intestine, of course, the different segments, and its relationship with other structures. Ito naman ang gross anatomy talaga. Gross anatomy is about relationships, no, with other structures. Okay? Very important detail, neurovascular supply, meaning your nerve supply, arterial and venous supply, and your lymphatic drainage of the different segments. And we'll be touching on some of the differences between the large and small intestine. Okay, so the large intestine extends from the ileum, this part to the anus. Now, we will be discussing the abdominal parts, no? Abdominal parts of the large intestine, which include the following: the cecum, the appendix, the ascending colon, the transverse, the descending colon, and the upper part of the sigmoid. Now, it also has pelvic parts, which includes the lower part of the sigmoid, and the rectum and anal canal. Now, these pelvic parts will be discussed further sa second semester, no? Dun sa topic na pelvic organs common to male and female. Okay? So we'll not be touching on this. Okay? Dun tayo sa abdominal parts. All right, the colon, yun yung pag sinabing colon, that's the cecum to the sigmoid na. Okay? So, what are the functions of the large intestine? The main functions of this area would be for the primarily would be the absorption of water and the absorption of the electrolytes and the storage of undigested material. Yung mga absorption ng nutrients, saan nanggagaling, ano yun? Saang area? Doon yung sa small intestine, no? Absorption of the nutrients, of the digested food. Now, in this area, absorption of water and electrolytes and storage of undigested material, which will be eventually excreted later on, as your feces. All right, let's start with the cecum. This is a blind-ended pouch seen at the right iliac fossa. It can be found below the junction of the ileum with the large intestine. This is yung terminal portion of the ileum. So dun siya sa baba, inferior to that. And then about 6 centimeters long. It is completely covered with peritoneum and does not have a mesentery. Now on the posteromedial aspect or side, you can see here the vermiform appendix, which are attached. Medial, posteromedial aspect. Medial aspect, you can see there the appendix. Now, the peritoneum will form several folds. Okay? and create the following recesses. Okay, the superior, the inferior ileocecal, superior ileocecal, the inferior ileocecal, and the retrocecal recess. Okay, please take note of that. Huh? Okay, now we can see here the three flat bands, no? Three longitudinal muscle bands. Yan, pre-tania, the omental tania, and the mesocolic tania here. Now they converge here at the base of the appendix. Okay, the tania cola is one of the features of the large intestine, huh? One of the external features of the uh, uh, large intestine. Okay. Now, at the um, okay, it will again converge here at the appendix. Now, the cecum is the segment of the colon with the widest, no? It has the widest lumen, but at the same time, it also has the thinnest lumen, making it prone to rupture, no? Especially in cases of complete intestinal obstruction. Okay, widest siya, but it has the thinnest lumen. Okay, again, relationships. This is the area of the cecum. Now, the anterior relations are not shown, ano? But invariably, these are the coils of the small intestine, the anterior abdominal wall, of course, nasa harap, and sometimes part of the greater omentum. On the posterior side of the cecum, you can see here the iliopsoas, here, the femoral nerve, here, and the lateral cutaneous nerve of the thigh. On the right side, ha? Kasi meron din yan sa kabila eh. But speaking of the cecum, which is on the right side, of course, that would be the right lateral cutaneous nerve and right femoral nerve. Okay? And again, on the medial side, the appendix will project here on the medial aspect of the cecum. Again, this is the outline. For the blood supply, we have your anterior and posterior cecal arteries, which arises from the ileocolic artery, and eventually the main supply will be coming from your superior mesenteric artery. Now, please read the question properly. Ha? Minsan kasi ang tanong, what is the origin of the posterior cecal artery? And then walang choice na ileocolic. So, ang sagot ng superior mesenteric. Pero pag tinanong, halimbawa, what is the direct origin of the anterior and posterior cecal arteries? And meron choices pareho. So, ang sagot doon would be ileocolic. Okay? Yung direct, yung immediate, source, immediate origin, pag may nakalagay na direct. Okay? I'll be showing, you might notice na similar yung pictures, no? I mean, not similar, it's the same pictures that I'll be showing. Because I think this would be best to help you study. If we look at the structures as a whole, no? As a unit, as a segment. So, similar pictures makikita natin. Okay? Blood supply of the cecum, again, corresponds to the arteries and will eventually drain into your superior mesenteric vein. This is a very nice schema, no? Very nice illustration of the lymphatic drainage of the abdominal organs, no? Kasama yung accessory organs. And since we're dealing with the cecum here, it will drain into your superior mesenteric nodes. Okay. Maganda rin itong aralin, no? In relation to the other structures. Diyan na kasi siya lahat. So, we're dealing here with the cecum. It will drain to your superior mesenteric nodes. Yeah. Okay, so you can see here the ileocecal valve. consisting of two horizontal folds. It's the same thing, no? Ileocecal, two horizontal folds of mucous membrane projecting around the orifice. Now, this some authors say that it doesn't have a part in the prevention of reflux of cecal contents into the ileum. No, it has no major part or no part at all. Now, please take note that the muscle tone is increased when the cecum is full or distended. And the hormone gastrin can cause relaxation of the muscle tone. Okay. This is an in vivo, usually in the cadaver, ganyan na itsura. How this one in vivo, usually endoscopic view, ganyan na itsura. Okay, next would be the appendix. Vermiform, no? Vermis, worm-like. It is a narrow muscular tube here. And this contains a huge amount of lymphoid tissue. You can see here again, paulit-ulit na sinasabi, the base is attached to the posteromedial surface of the cecum. It has a complete peritoneal covering, and it has the mesoappendix, which contains the appendicular vessels and nerves. Now, this is a common practical exam question. It's either, tignan nyo mabuti yung arrow ha, kasi minsan nakaturo sa appendix itself, and sometimes dun sa kanyang mesoappendix. Okay? Minsan may side question, blood vessel can be found in this structure, ganyan. Pwede yun, appendicular artery. Now, the appendix lies at the right iliac fossa. Okay, here. Usually, the base can be found about a third of the way up. An imaginary line connecting the anterior superior iliac spine to the umbilicus. That is called your McBurney's point. Okay. Okay. Now, some surgeons, no, when they do appendectomy, they have hard time locating the appendix. So, nababanggit naman niya ng ating mga surgeons na kasama, Dr. Banyes, sila Dr. Bea, Dr. Lucas, Dr. Capulong, yan mga kasama nating general surgeon. So, one of the techniques that they use is to trace the taenia coli. They trace that to find the base of the appendix. Okay? Diba, as mentioned earlier, it converges at that area. Sa base ng appendix, nagko-converge yung tatlong taenia. Okay? Now, the common positions of the appendix, hanging down the pelvis along its wall, coiled up behind the cecum or retrocecal, and projecting, it can project upward along the lateral side of the cecum. And sometimes it can be found behind or in front of the ilium, terminal ilium. You can see here. Okay. These are the common positions. Sabi nila ito daw pinaka-common. Retrocecal daw. Tatanong ko pa, i-confirm ko pa yan sa ating mga GS. I don't do this surgery kasi doon tayo sa bandang taas ng katawan, head and neck, ear, nose, throat. Okay? Alright, so blood supply again is from the appendicular artery, which is a branch of the posterior cecal artery, which comes from your superior mesenteric artery. Okay? Okay, galing superior mesenteric to ha. Now, the appendicular vein will drain to the posterior cecal vein, and lymphatic drainage of the appendix will go into the superior mesenteric lymph nodes. There are one to two lymph nodes in the mesoappendix, eventually drain to your superior mesenteric nodes. All right, nerve supply is via your superior mesenteric ganglion. Now, the afferent fibers usually is at the T10 segment of the spinal cord. Ano nga ba ka-level ng T10? Umbilicus yata yun. Tama ba? Yun yata yung area ng T10. If I'm not mistaken. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay, so for the ascending colon, it lies along the right lower quadrant. Okay. Now, it extends from the cecum up to the inferior surface of the right lobe of the liver. Nandito kasi yung liver on this side. Now, it turns to the left. No? Turns to the left. Based on an anatomical position, it turns to the left at the right colic or the hepatic flexure. Okay? And peritoneum can be seen on the anterior and the lateral sides of the ascending colon. Okay, so for its relationships, here's the outline of your ascending colon. Again, anteriorly, you'll have the coils of the small intestine, the greater omentum, and the anterior abdominal wall. For the posterior, you have the iliac crest, the iliacus, the quadratus lumborum, and origin of the transversus abdominis. And you can see here the outline, the lower pole of the right kidney. Okay. Nerves related to the ascending colon would be your iliohypogastric and ilioinguinal nerves to the right. Okay, blood supply, again, is from the iliocolic and right colic branches of the superior mesenteric artery. Now, for your venous drainage, it corresponds to the arteries and will drain into your superior mesenteric vein. Okay, lymphatic drainage, here, nandito na tayo, ascending colon. Again, is going to your superior mesenteric lymph nodes. Nerve supply is provided by the superior mesenteric plexus. Okay. Okay, we proceed with the transverse colon. This is the structure extends across the abdomen, okay, occupying the umbilical region. Now it begins here at the hepatic flexure and descends a bit downward and then again ascends towards the left side, the left splenic or the left colic flexure, because the spleen is located somewhere around here. Now you can see here the transverse mesocolon, okay, which suspends the transverse colon from the anterior part of the pancreas, and it's attached to the superior border of your transverse colon. This is your transverse mesocolon. Okay, again, relationships. Anterior abdominal wall, specifically your umbilical and hypogastric regions, and the greater omentum. Now, this the transverse colon is reflected upwards to the reflection superiorly. So we can see its relationships. Okay, it's related to the second part of the duodenum here. And the head of the pancreas here, as well as the coils of the jejunum and ileum can be found at the posterior part of the transverse colon. All right. So again, it's very important to know na madali lang ang transverse. No? You just have to divide it into two, a proximal 2/3 and a distal 1/3. Lahat yan, the blood supply, the venous drainage, lymphatic, okay? Because of its derivatives, so kasi yung nasa midgut na to eh, kaya nahati. Yung distal part comes from the hindgut. Okay? So for the proximal 2/3, it will be supplied by the middle colic artery from the SNA, while the distal 1/3 is from the left colic artery, which is a branch of your inferior mesenteric. For the venous drainage, ganun din, corresponds to the arteries. Now, the proximal 2/3 will drain into your superior mesenteric veins, while the distal 1/3 will be draining into your inferior mesenteric veins. Kaya dalawa yung ano niya, dalawa lagi, no, for the transverse. Proximal 2/3, ito yan, this part, will drain into your superior mesenteric nodes, and the distal 1/3 here will drain into your inferior mesenteric nodes. Okay? Madali lang ang transverse colon. Proximal 2/3 is supplied by the superior mesenteric plexus, and the distal 1/3 is supplied by your inferior mesenteric plexus. All right. Oras na, 8:30 pa lang, no? For the last part of our colon, I'll be discussing the colon as may sigmoid pa pala, sorry. Descending colon is this part, sorry. It extends here from the left colic flexure down and continues with that of the sigmoid colon. Okay. Now, peritoneum covers the anterior and lateral sides, binding it to the posterior abdominal wall. Again, the relationships. Okay? This is the outline of our descending colon. Again, anteriorly, at the abdominal wall, the greater omentum and the coils of the small intestine. It is also on the posterior side. You can see here the lateral border of the left kidney. The origin of the transverse abdominis, quadratus lumborum, and iliosoas. And the left iliohypogastric, ilioinguinal, lateral femoral cutaneous, and the left femoral nerve. Okay, yun ang relationships na. Left lagi, no? Left iliohypogastric, ilioinguinal, lateral femoral, and lateral femoral cutaneous, and femoral nerve. So, for the blood supply, left colic and sigmoid, which are branches of the inferior mesenteric artery. The venous drainage correspond to the arteries, which will eventually drain into your inferior mesenteric vein. Lymphatic drainage here, descending colon here, no? So inferior mesenteric nodes. Okay. Okay. And your nerve supply is through your inferior mesenteric ganglion or plexus. Alright, so yun yung sinasabi ko na maganda siya to study as a whole. So you can see its relationship with the other parts of the colon. Okay, for the last part, no? Again, generalities of the sigmoid lang. The details will be discussed pelvic organs common to male and the female. Now, it begins as the continuation of your descending colon in front of the pelvic brim. and continues with the rectum in front of the third sacral vertebra. Tanda niya, S3. Andun yung continuation niya as the rectum. Now, it is mobile and hangs down the pelvic cavity, forming an S-shaped loop. Because of the fan-shaped mesenteria, kaya ganyan. Okay? And it is attached to the posterior pelvic wall by the sigmoid mesocolon here. Okay, again, relationship. So, one of the organs common to the male and the female. Sa pelvic organs common to the male and the female. For the male, for the males, it is related, no? Yung urinary bladder can be seen anteriorly. For the females, you can see here the posterior surface of the uterus and upper part. So that is the upper part of the vagina. Okay? And on the posterior side, we can see here the rectum here. The sacrum, this one. And actually not seen here are the coils of the terminal ileum. Wala siya, hindi siya pinakita. But it can be found in the posterior aspect. Okay? So, the blood supply arises from the sigmoid branches of the inferior mesenteric artery. The veins will eventually drain into your inferior mesenteric veins. And the lymphatic drainage, again here, descending colon, sigmoid colon, will drain into your inferior mesenteric lymph nodes. Madali lang, no? And nerve supply is through your inferior, not mesenterica, inferior hypogastric plexus here. Okay. For the last portion of our lecture, you can see here the differences between the small and large intestine. Aralin nyo maigi ito ha, very important. Okay? We can see here that the small intestine is mobile, whereas the ascending and descending parts of the colon are fixed. Because of the attachment, di ba? Nakita natin, peritoneum can be seen on the ascending and descending parts of the colon. Now, yung duodenum is also fixed. The small intestine is mobile, except of course the duodenum. Now, obviously, the caliber of a full small intestine is smaller than that of a full large intestine. Again, features kanina, I've mentioned, longitudinal muscle of the small intestine are complete, whereas for the large intestine, it is collected into your 3 small longitudinal bands. Okay, the tenia coli. The small intestine does not have any fatty tags, whereas the large intestine, you can see here your omental appendices. So fatty tissue, fatty tags. And the walls of the small intestine are smooth. Whereas for the large intestine, you can see here several sacculations. There are sacculations all throughout, which are termed hostra. Hostrations, hostra, hostrae. Okay? Sacculated folds. Okay? For the internal differences, actually most of these are for the small intestine. No? You can see here that permanent folds called your plica circularis. For the large intestine, of course, these are absent. Okay? The folds of the small intestine have villi, but these are absent in the large intestine. And lastly would be the aggregates of lymphoid tissue, your Peyer's patch, Peyer patches, seen in the small intestine, but absent here in the large intestine. Okay? So, I think this is the last, okay, end of lecture. This is my reference, no? Netter, Snell, nandun lang na sa textbook lahat yan. And of course, again, I'll be sharing my uh, PDF. Oops, sorry. PDF video. Okay? Any questions? So, hopefully, again, ano lang tayo, no? Kasi ilang weeks na lang ba? 1 week na lang didactics, no? And then, um, ano na yung tawag nyo doon? Academic fees. Okay. So, please use that to your advantage. Pero I would suggest na siguro after next week, kasi may mga activities pa kayo next week, I would suggest to take a few days off. No? Siguro mga 1 or 2 araw to para sa R&R. No? Spend time with your family, spend time with your friends. Kasi ako, I believe makakatulong yun in preparation for the final exam. Hindi lang yung puro aral ng aral ng aral ng aral ng aral, pasa ng kung ano. Hindi lang ganun, ha? Importante rin yung ating, ang tawag doon, yung nga, rest and relaxation. Kasama yan sa pagdodoktor. Wag mas marami yung R&R, ha? Mahirap yun. Medyo alanganin pagka mas marami yung R&R mo kaysa dun sa iyong study time. Okay? Use that to your advantage, no? Kasi I'm not comparing, ha? I'm not comparing. I'm just saying, stating a fact. Kasi nung panahon, kasi iba yung situation ngayon. We can afford to have these things. Pero nung panahon namin, not so long ago, tuloy-tuloy lang yun. Kaya medyo ang hirap din, tuloy-tuloy. Although, ang difference kasi nun, syempre, nagkikita kami ng mga classmates namin. So, malaking bagay. Minsan ano tayo, alis tayo sandali, o minsan mga inom-inom minsan yan, inuman, party, ganyan. So, ibang situation yun. Pero kasi nga kami tuloy-tuloy. So please use the academic ease to your advantage. I know it's a bit difficult. Talagang mahirap yung ganitong purely online lahat ng ginagawa natin. Hindi natin nakita yung mga classmates natin. Okay? So, spend a few days, siguro mga 1, yun na, basta yung buong araw na yun. Spend mo na yun sa yung, with your friends and family. Mga 1 to 2 days para makarest ka. Okay, o kaya kahit nung weekend, may Saturday pa na klase ba kayo? Wala naman. Okay, at least yung Saturday at Sunday next week, pwede mo siyang mag-rest. And then, pag-start ng Monday, I think that's more than enough more than enough time for you to recharge. Okay? Ano pa? What else? Ano pang pwede natin? Tuloy nyo lang, no? I mean, hindi naman na tayo pwede mag-drop, so hindi na kayo pwede mag-drop. So, tuloy na lang. Ilaban nyo, ha? Ilaban. Mabait ang gross anatomy. In HSB, as a whole, mabait naman kami sa inyo, ha? Hindi namin kayo pababayaan. Our goal is for you to pass the prelim. I mean the first semester para magkita-kita pa tayo next sem. Okay? So hopefully by January, kumpleto pa tayo, no? Para tuloy-tuloy lang yung ating pag-aaral ng medisina. Mabilis lang yan. Kayang-kaya niyo yan. And of course, galingan nyo. Tips, okay? Ayusin nyo yung SGD nyo. Galingan nyo sa SGD. Galingan nyo. Magpapabibo sa SGD. Galingan yung manual. Yun pa lang, tapusin na yung manual na yan. Kasi these are the areas where you can get a perfect score. Pwede kayo maka-perfect sa manual at SGD. Kaya huwag niyong babaliwalain yun. Malaking points yung dalawang yon. And you can get a perfect score. Tapusin na kagad yan, yung manual at yung inyong SGD, galingan nyo for your SGD this afternoon, and meron yata pa ulit next week. So, galingan nyo, ha? I'll try to get some additional units next semester kasi hindi ko kayo nakakasama. Ang nakakasama ko lang is Section A. So, nakasama ko lang kayo during lectures na sa laboratory. I'll try to get additional units next semester para at least makilala ko naman ang Section B. Mababait naman daw kayo, sabi nila. In, oo. Okay? So again, I'll be sharing my um, PDF